wanted to give you guys a bit of an idea or a bit of an insight into some of the behind the scenes training that we do here at Infinite Wealth. We've got a training session that we're going to be broadcasting on Facebook Live over the next probably 30-45 minutes, something along those lines. And essentially what we're going to be studying and training on today is integrity. Integrity is probably the cornerstone principle that Infinite Wealth was built on. And in fact, if you look at a lot of their companies will list themselves as having a core value of integrity, but at the same time there's a lot of confusion about integrity and what it exactly means, because it can be quite subjective. So what does it mean to us? We study a document that was written by the Harvard School of Business. The two main authors of this paper was a guy by the name of Werner Erhard, which is considered one of the leading thinkers in the world. He was considered the father of transformation and a lot of the kind of self-education revolution, you might say. And then the other main author of this paper is a guy by the name, or a professor, Michael Jensen, who is the considered the most quoted economist of our time. So we're just going to be doing our training and studying, and you guys can listen in and see what it is that we do behind the scenes. All right, so let's get started. So what we'll probably do is turn to page 2. The abstract and summary, and start from there. So who wants to start?
I'll start there.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to switch it.
So abstract and summary. So this paper is an abridged version of our much longer paper, the same title available at address there. This abridged version of the paper docs does not include all the aspects dealt with this abstract and summary of the full paper, as it's written in the assumption that the reader has read the following 6-page document, that it lays out the basic structure of our model and analysis, and it's available at that address there as well. We present a positive model of integrity that, as we distinguish and define integrity, provides powerful access to increased performance for individuals, groups, organisations and societies. Our model reveals the causal link between integrity and increased performance in whatever...
That's causal. So,
causal.
Say like a causal link, like a link, so what causes stuff, does that make sense? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a causal link between integrity and increased performance in whatever way one chooses to define performance. For example, quality of life or value creation for all entities, and provides access to the causal link. Integrity is thus a factor of production and important as knowledge and in technology. Yet the major role of integrity in productivity and performance has been largely hidden or unnoticed, or even ignored by economists and others. Virtually all of us explain many of the difficulties and problems facing as individuals and facing our families, groups, organisations and societies as being caused by other individuals, families, groups, organisations, societies or nations who act to make themselves better off at our expense. Or alternatively, we explain our difficulties and problems as resulting from nothing more than external circumstances beyond our control. In this treatment of integrity, we argued that a significant proportion of all the difficulties and problems that we face are a result of our own out-of-integrity behaviour and our out-of-integrity behaviour as individuals, families, groups, organisations, societies or nations. However, because of this way integrity, morality, ethics and legality are currently understood and related to, the fact that we ourselves are often the source of these difficulties is a problem, and problems is invisible to us, and therefore we have no access in eliminating. The philosophical discourse and common usage, as reflected in dictionary definitions, leave an overlap and confusion among the four phenomena of integrity, morality, ethics, and legality. This overlap and confusion confound the four phenomena, so that the efficacy, is that right?
Yeah, efficacy, yeah.
Efficacy and potential power of the reach is seriously diminished. Now, quick, define that word.
Sure. So efficacy is it's related to the word efficient, and I've actually already got the definition written down here. It's the power to produce an effect. So let's go back, right? So basically, this philosophical discourse and common usage as reflected in dictionary definitions leave an overlap and confusion among the four phenomena of integrity, morality, ethics and legality. This overlap and confusion confound the four phenomena so that the efficacy and potential power of each is seriously diminished.
That paragraph in itself is a bit confusing, to be honest.
Yeah, So basically what it says is that there's when you look at the phenomena, the phenomena of integrity, morality, ethics and legality, there's an overlap and confusion amongst all four of them, and that overlap and confusion confound
due to the common usage of those words and those phenomena, and also how they're defined by the dictionary is confused or confusing as to how they apply.
Because they overlap, there's reduced power in them.
Yeah.
Because they all kind of float into each other.
Yeah. Yep.
And one of the things that I love about this particular, so I might just go back, right? So we present a positive model of integrity that, as we distinguish and define integrity, provides powerful access to increased performance for individuals, groups, organisations and societies. Our model reveals the causal link between integrity and increased performance. In other words, what it's saying is that integrity causes increased performance.
Yeah.
In whatever way one chooses to define performance. So basically, in however you decide to measure it, whether it be quality of life or value creation for all entities. And it provides an access to that link. Integrity is thus a factor of production as important as knowledge and technology. Yet the major role of integrity in productivity and performance has largely been hidden or unnoticed, or even ignored by economists and others. So you got to remember, this document's written by an economist. Right, and what he's basically saying is that integrity is never considered a role of production, a factor of production. People never relate to integrity as a factor of productivity and something that produces performance. And it's gone largely hidden or unnoticed, and it's primarily even been ignored by economists. Virtually all of us explain many of the difficulties and problems facing us as individuals and facing our families, groups, organisations, societies and nations as being caused by other individuals, families, groups, organisations, societies or nations who act to make themselves better off at our expense. So basically the difficulties and problems that we're facing, we typically look at other people and say that other people are causing them. Or we explain our difficulties and problems as resulting from nothing more than external circumstances beyond our control. So it's either other people or it's circumstances.
Yep.
In this treatment of integrity, we argue that a significant proportion of all the difficulties and problems we face are the result of our own out-of-integrity behaviour. Our out-of-integrity behaviour as individuals, families, groups, organisations, societies or nations. However, because of the way that integrity, morality, ethics and legality are currently understood or related to, the fact that we are often the source of these difficulties and problems is invisible to us. And because it's invisible, we then have no access to eliminating it. So do you want to keep going then, CJ, for the rest of the...
So from however, or...
Yeah. We'll maybe read that philosophical discourse, Pat.
Yep, cool. So the philosophical discourse and common usage as reflected in dictionary definitions leave an overlap and confusion among the four phenomena of integrity, morality, ethics, legality. This overlap and confusion confound the four phenomena so that the efficacy and potential power to reach is seriously diminished. In this new model of integrity, we provide our readers straightforward, actionable access to resolving these difficult problems, and better yet, not causing them in the first place. We do not. We do this by distinguish all four phenomena: integrity, morality, ethics, and legality, as existing within two separate realms. Integrity exists in a positive realm, devoid of normative content. Integrity is thus not good or bad, right or wrong, or what we should or should not be. Morality, ethics, and legality exist in the normative realm of virtues. That is, they are about good and bad, right and wrong, or what should or should not be. Furthermore, with their respective realms, each of the four phenomena is distinguished as belonging to a distinct and separate domain, and the definition of each as a term made unclear, unambiguous, and non-overlapping.
Cool.
We distinguish the domain of integrity as the objective state or condition of an object, system, person, group, or organisational entity, and consistent with the first two of the three definitions in Webster's dictionary, define integrity as a state or condition of being whole, complete, unbroken, unimpaired, sound, perfect condition.
Cool. So just one more thing, because it does it does often reference, so this positive model of integrity, and we just talked about it in that last paragraph. Integrity exists in the positive realm, devoid of normative content. So when scientists and academics refer to positive, what they mean is it's incontestable, it's non-fictitious, or independent of changing circumstances. So they don't mean positive like positive and negative or good and bad. What they mean, positive means like it's phenomena, it's objective.
Yep.
When they refer to normative, so morality, ethics and legality exist in a normative realm of virtues. Normative is subjective, it's about good, bad, right or wrong, what should or should not be. All of which of course is subjective based on who you are. Okay? All right, well who wants to do the next page? Who's up?
Right here.
All right.
So you finished that first condition. Cool. So we assert that integrity, the condition of being whole and complete, is a necessary condition for workability, and that the resultant level of workability determines for an individual, group or organisation the available opportunity set for performance. Hence, the way we treat integrity in our model provides an unambiguous and actionable access to the opportunity for superior performance, no matter how one defines performance. For an individual, we distinguish integrity as a matter of that person's word being whole and complete. For a group or organisational entity, we define integrity as that group's or organisation's word being whole and complete. A group's or organisation's word consists of what is said between the people in that group or organisation and what is said by or on behalf of the group or organisation. In the context of integrity being a matter of the human entity's word being whole and complete, we define integrity for an individual, group or organisation as honouring one's word. Oversimplifying somewhat, honouring your word, as we define it, means you either keep your word, or as soon as you know that you will not, you say that you will not be keeping your word to those who were counting on your word and clean up any mess you caused by not keeping your word. By keeping your word, we mean doing what you said you would do and by the time you said you would do it. So honouring your word is also the route to creating whole and complete social and working relationships. In addition, it provides an actionable pathway to earning the trust of others. Perhaps most importantly, it provides an actionable pathway to being whole and complete with oneself, or in other words, to being an integrated person. We demonstrate that applying cost-benefit analysis to honouring your word guarantees that you will be untrustworthy, and that with one arcane exception, you will not be a person of integrity, thereby reducing both the workability of your life and your opportunity for performance. The one arcane exception to this conclusion is the following. If, when giving your word, you announce that you will apply cost-benefit analysis to honouring your word, you will maintain your integrity, but you will also have announced that you are an unmitigated opportunist. The virtually automatic application of cost-benefit analysis to one's integrity, an inherent tendency in most of us, lies at the heart of much out of integrity and untrustworthy behaviour in modern life. Regarding the relation between integrity and the three virtue phenomena of morality, ethics and legality, this new model, 1, encompasses all 4 terms in one consistent theory. 2, makes clear and unambiguous the moral compasses potentially available in each of the 3 virtue phenomena. And 3, by revealing the relation between honouring the standards of the 3 virtue phenomena and performance, including being complete as a person and the quality of life, raises the likelihood that the now clear moral compasses can actually shape human behaviour. This all falls out primarily from the unique treatment of integrity in our model as a purely positive phenomenon, independent of normative value judgments. That was a big mouthful, that paragraph. Are we
Do you want to read it again?
Sure, yep. So, regarding the relation between integrity and the 3 virtue phenomena of morality, ethics and legality, this new model, 1, encompasses all 4 terms in one consistent theory. 2, makes clear and unambiguous the moral compasses potentially available in each of the three virtue phenomena. And 3, by revealing the relation between honouring the standards of the three virtue phenomena and performance, including being complete as a person and the quality of life, raises the likelihood that the now clear moral compasses can actually shape human behaviour. Cool. This all falls out primarily from the unique treatment of integrity in our model as a purely positive phenomenon, independent of the normative value judgments. Okay, in summary, we show that defining integrity as honouring one's word, as we have defined honouring one's word before, first, provides an unambiguous and actionable access to the opportunity for superior performance and competitive advantage at the individual, organisational and social levels. Second, empowers the three virtue phenomena of morality, ethics and legality.
Cool. I'll go next if you want. All right, cool. Okay, so the paper's titled "Integrity: a positive model that incorporates the normative phenomena of morality, ethics, and legality." So 1, a new model of integrity. Prologue. What follows is our new model of integrity. We began our effort to clarify the nature of integrity by researching its common usage as it appears in dictionaries and by examining the philosophical discussion on integrity. In both cases, as we will later show, we found confusion and confounding between integrity, morality, and ethics. We chose first to see if it was possible to eliminate the confusion and confounding amongst those three terms, while accounting for the essence of the common use of definitions and the important elements of what philosophy says about integrity. At the same time, we avoided inventing any new definitions. Our aim in settling on our definitions of each of the three terms was to honour the general common usage and philosophical meaning of each of the terms, while at the same time eliminating the confusion and confounding amongst them. In defining integrity in our model, we honour common usage by using the first two definitions that appear in Webster's dictionary. We eliminate the third and final definition that includes morality and therefore generates the confusion and confounding between integrity and the virtue terms of morality and ethics, ethics being found in the definition of morality. However, in our new model, we have honoured the commonly held philosophical idea reflected in common usage that morality and ethics are somehow related to integrity by showing exactly how the virtue phenomena of morality and ethics are related to integrity as a positive phenomena. What we mean by the term virtue in the phrases virtue concepts and virtue phenomena are concepts and phenomena that deal with the normative standards of right, wrong, desirable and undesirable, good and bad. A fundamental basis for this new model is the assignment of appropriate realms for each of the four phenomena: integrity, morality, ethics and legality. For us, the appropriate realms are those that make them effective tools for understanding and effective for human behaviour. We assign each of the four phenomena to one of the two realms, namely a normative realm of virtues and a positive realm devoid of normative values. In our model, morality, ethics and legality exist in the normative virtue realm, whereas integrity exists in the positive realm. Who wants to go next? Is it 3 minutes until?
Yeah.
Are we only in here for half an hour? I thought we were doing an hour.
No.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Who's doing the next page?
Sure.
Come on, Andy.
As a positive model. For those who may be unfamiliar with the term positive and the way that it is used here, positive does not mean the opposite of negative. That is, by positive theory, we don't mean a theory of what is good or right as contrasted with what is bad or wrong. By positive theory, we mean a model that describes the way the world behaves. That is, the way the world actually is and how it operates independent of any value judgments about its desirability or undesirability, and a theory that is empirically testable, falsifiable in the Popperian sense. Positive in the way it is used here contrasts with normative, where normative means establishing, relating to, or deriving from a human standard or norm that indicates what is considered to be good and right or bad and wrong. Or more specifically, normative means what is considered desirable or undesirable in conduct or behavior. That is value judgment about what should or should not be. In short, positive, as it is used here, is about what is, while normative is about what human beings think ought to be. Note that when fully developed, this new theory ultimately transforms the normative concepts of integrity, morality, ethics, and legality into positive phenomena. Concept is defined in Webster's New World Dictionary as an idea or thought, especially a generalized idea of a thing or class of things, abstract notion. Concept sharply contrasts with phenomenon, which is defined as any event, circumstance, or experience that is apparent to the senses and that can be scientifically described or appraised. Consequently, when integrity, morality, ethics, and legality are taken to be normative virtues, they fit the definition of concept. But when in this new theory they are shown to be positive entities, that they fit the definition of phenomenon. Consistent with this difference, when we are speaking about integrity, morality, ethics, and legality in their normative sense, we use the term concepts, as in normative concepts. In contrast, when we're speaking about integrity, morality, ethics, and legality in their positive senses, as they're revealed by this new theory, we use the term phenomenon, as in positive phenomenon.
Cool. Who wants to go? Nick or Ixie? Yeah, Nick.
Okay, C, integrity definition. In Webster's New World Dictionary, integrity is defined as 1. The quality or state of being complete, unbroken condition, wholeness, entirety. 2. The quality or state of being unimpaired, perfect condition, soundness. And 3. The quality or state of being of sound moral principle, uprightness, honesty, and sincerity. As with the definitions of morality and ethics, including sound moral principle in the definition of integrity, definition 3 in Webster's definition above, confounds and confuses the distinction between each of these three. In our new model, the definition of integrity specifically does not include Webster's definition. 3. The quality or state of being of sound moral principle, uprightness, honesty, and sincerity. While the virtue concepts mentioned in definition 3 are not included in our definition of integrity, the way integrity is treated in our new model does take account of morality, ethics, and legality by making these standards part of one's word, unless one has publicly announced one's refusal to abide by one or more of those standards and agrees to accept any consequences for such refusal. As we have said, in our new model, the three phenomena of morality, ethics, and legality are normative virtue phenomena, and integrity is not. Integrity, as we distinguish it, is a purely positive phenomenon, independent of normative value judgments. Integrity is thus not about good or bad, or right or wrong, or even about what should or what should not be. In this new model of integrity exists in the positive realm, and within that realm, its domain is one of the objective state or condition, and within that domain, we define integrity as a state or condition of being whole, complete, unbroken, unimpaired, sound, perfect condition. Hereafter, we sometimes use the term whole and complete to represent the entire definition.
All right, well, that's our time anyway, right? So, all right, well, we'll continue this work next week. Cool. All right, good job, guys.
Yep.